Humps is prepared to razzle-dazzle our listener with an episode on my very favorite subject in the entire world, which is Republican cannibalism.
It's so funny to me. It's so delicious because these people are vile. They're craven. They're grotesque. Then when they turn on each other, it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to start about this very right-wing, very QAnon, never met a conspiracy theory she didn't like person named Laura Loomer. She recently tweeted about Kamala Harris. If she's elected president, the White House will smell like curry, and there will be a call center that nobody understands for complaints by Americans. That's offensive. It's gross.
It's racist.
It's right on brand for her. I mean, she is the most racist person. She's proud to be an Islamophobe. So here's the kicker on the Laura Loomer tweet. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who by all accounts is the craziest member of Congress to ever step foot in the Capitol. She goes on Twitter and says, "You're a racist and you don't..."
What?
Yes! Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is the most deplorable member of Congress in the history of the world. And she is now on Laura Loomer. I have a whole theory about that.
What did she say? What did Marjorie...
She said, "You are a racist and you do not represent Republican or MAGA values." To which I replied, I think she does exactly represent that. I think it's exact. Do you want to hear my theory why there's a big old fight between the two of them?
Let's hear it.
Laura Loomer is coming off the debate, or the Trump plane to the debate. She is getting off the plane with Donald Trump. Reports are that she's spending the night at Mar-a-Lago. So that tells me we've got some good old-fashioned jealousy. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene calling you a racist is literally like me shouting somebody out that gets Botox.
It is as rich as it gets. I have a question.
Okay.
Are there rumors that Donovan Lecter and this Laura Loomer are engaging in a slap and tickle? Or is there any speculation on that? Or is that just my dirty brain going there?
There is speculation on it. Obviously, my first thought was, do you think he can still do it? But that's here nor there. Then, as the catfight continues, Laura Loomer says, "You're the one that's calling me or asking me to get dirt on who Kevin McCarthy's sleeping with." These are grown women. They are in a Twitter fight over their boyfriend, Donald Trump, the orange Jesus.
I'm here for it.
I'm so here for it.
I am seated. I am sat. Okay, so they're tweeting back and forth,
Yes.
calling each other out. So Laura claims that Marjorie wanted to figure out who Kevin McCarthy was sleeping with.
Correct. And here's the coup de grace of the whole thing. Laura Loomer just throws in, and we all know Lindsey Graham's gay. Just a gratuitous Lady G. I mean, it's just like, you're looking at this and you're like, she is a policy advisor to the president because they're getting off the debate plane together. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a member of Congress. These two can't babysit a hamster. They're so incompetent, and they're mean, and they're vicious. And that's the thing about Republicans. Ask all the people that have worked for Donald Trump in the past. I mean, start with Michael Cohen, go to John Bolton, Mark Milley, Bill Barr.
I got to go back to Lindsey.
Okay, I get it.
I agree. Okay, so who outs Lindsey? Laura Loomer?
Laura Loomer outs Lindsey and says, "When are you going to come out? Everybody knows you're gay." On Twitter.
Tweets at Lindsey Graham?
I think she didn't tweet at Lindsey Graham. I think she just tweeted that in response to Marjorie Taylor Greene somehow.
Was he engaged in this Twitter war? Was she just like, "I'm burning it all down"?
I'm burning it all down. This was completely gratuitous. Like, nobody was expecting it, came out of nowhere, was not part of the conversation. It was just like, Lady G, you're out. That's what you get for being a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
So in that vein, you have spoken very eloquently about an administration. And what we've seen with the Supreme Court is they have said basically a president can do whatever the fuck they want. They're immune from prosecution. So there are no longer guardrails. And I remember when Trump was in the presidency, Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, walking out of the White House, and it was disgusting. It was appalling. It kind of made you feel like you needed to take a shower a little bit.
A Silkwood shower.
A Silkwood shower.
Yeah.
And now Mike Lindell looks like a sane, competent guy.
Come on.
No, this Laura Loomer is the most deplorable of deplorables.
Like, you cannot say Mike Lindell and Sane. This man.
That's what we're comparing.
I'm sorry, Pumps. He's still, I mean, you're talking about degrees of crazy here. Mike Lindell is still claiming to have boxes of evidence that say that Donald Trump won the 2020 election as though he's some sort of election investigator.
Right, when he's a pillow guy.
Right.
But I'm just telling you, this Laura Loomer is a really bad character.
Here's the thing. So is Donald Trump, and so is Marjorie Taylor Greene, and so is Mike Lindell. And the fact that Donald Trump has this gal on his campaign plane, has her, laid out at Mar-a-Lago, whoever knows what, for whatever reason she's staying there. He's also had Nazis at Mar-a-Lago.
Absolutely.
He just recently, I read in the news this morning, had some Nazi at Bedminster golfing there. So to me, like, all of racists hang out with other racists. Anti-racists hang out with other anti-racists. A lot of gay people all hang out at gay bars. Straight people. It's just, these are his people. This is MAGA. This is what they do. But it is breathtakingly delicious when they turn on each other.
It is. And one thing I just want to point out, Laura Loomer came out big during the 9/11 about the 9/11 attacks and said it was an inside job. Do you want to guess who went to the 9/11 ceremony to honor the fallen in 2024 as a guest of Donald Trump?
Laura Loomer.
Laura Loomer.
What's she doing hanging out with? I saw a clip of this, but I hadn't dove into all of that, the tweet war, but where he's like hugging her and his hands around her waist. I mean,
pretty familiar.
I'm glad we're not journalists here and we can pontificate and get kind of trashy should we want to go a little National Enquirer, if you will. I mean, do we think there's a little slap and tickle? What's he doing trotting her around all over the place?
I mean, I think there's obviously some attraction there. I mean, I don't get it because the Marjorie Taylor Greene response, that just looks like jealousy to me. I want to be the big crybaby's bitch. It's what it looks like to me. Do I have any proof of that? No, but I mean, track it. They're fighting on Twitter. And then Lindsey Graham gets thrown under the bus just for no reason. But after the debate, we've seen a lot of commentators, Fox News, they tried to make you not believe your eyes. But a lot of the commentators, they said this was bad for Donald Trump. He did not do well. So two of Donald Trump's sycophants, commentators, Geraldo Rivera and Bill O'Reilly, made some comments about the debate.
I mean, they talk about migrants eating dogs and cats. I mean, that's something Saturday Night Live would do. Why would you even bother to do that?
He was childish. He was creepy. He was cringy. That thing about eating dogs, they eat dogs, he was obsessed with it. He wouldn't let it go. He put that bone in his mouth and he rattled it. And I thought that she withstood Hurricane Trump. She came across as competent, even confident after that first half hour, which I agree with you, Trump, that was definitely his best half hour. Then he just descended into chaos. He couldn't make a straight point. He kept returning to generalizations as thinking that through braggadocio alone that he could prevail. He was terrible tonight. And you can apologize for him all you want, but he did not seem presidential. He wouldn't even have made the debate team at a junior high.
I mean, it's so good when they go. I mean, here's the thing about that too, because somewhere on either, Trump Force One or at Mar-a-Lago or Bedminster or one of his gaudy ass former storage places for the country's national secrets. He sees that on his favorite news channel, and he is going apeshit bananas. I mean, he is absolutely coming unhinged. And that was just really the tip of the iceberg, those two, because I saw a montage of a lot of people on Fox and right-wing media talking about what a death spiral his debate performance was. It was an abject failure. He sucked. He was a total loser. Anybody with an IQ of 100 or higher saw it clearly, concisely. The only people that see that and think, oh yeah, this speaks to me, are those with 99 IQ and lower and who are deeply embedded into the Trump MAGA cult.
Another person that came out highly angry and upset about Donald Trump's debate performance was Karl Rove, who is by all accounts a despicable human. And he ate his lunch in the Wall Street Journal opinion page. And so you also have all of these alleged Russian agents coming out and saying, well, but for Laura Loomer, he would have had a better debate performance because she's the dog and cat lady. She's all in on that. But J.D. Vance really started the dog and cat, but Laura Loomer amplified it. And so I'm going to go back to this again. As the president of the United States, if you are so willing to fall down the rabbit holes of a QAnon conspiracy theorist from the internet, you cannot discern fact from fiction. How in the hell can we trust you with the nuclear codes? The people he surrounds with himself are as awful, if not more awful, than he is.
There's no question that we cannot trust him with any of these things. And we actually have on the ground evidence of it. We have his presidency from 2016 to 2020. And I am so tired of a lot of moderates that we know that claim that there was good in there. Basically, you had a lot of extenuation of Obama policies that helped give him a little bit of life support into his presidency. Then you have him banning Muslims. You have him breaking away child immigrants from their family. But, oh, yeah, we're so concerned about the kids and moms of liberty, yak, yak, blah, blah. And then his complete failure to coordinate COVID, where he closed the country down. And then literally 2 weeks later, from his own Twitter account, after he closed it down, he starts tweeting, "Free Minnesota." And I'm like, motherfucker, you're the one that shut it down. Who are you freeing it from? You're the president. You want to open it back up, big guy? Open it. Can't get any more powerful than you. It was a disaster of epic proportions. He decided that people, he said this on national television, should inject bleach and some sort of light into their bodies. He himself got COVID and was hospitalized and had the Secret Service mask up and take him on a It's a Small World tour around the hospital to wave at his whack job supporters. It's just amazing that he continues. I hold more accountable than anybody the Republicans in office. I'm looking at recently outed Lindsey Graham, who knows better. He knows better. He knows better. Lady Graham knows better. And he doesn't. I'm looking at Kevin McCarthy. They know better. Fuckface Ted Cruz. He knows better. But they just go along with it because they're so spineless. They are beyond beta males. There's nothing alpha about any of them.
No, they are all despicable humans.
All right, I think we pretty much, this has been a great little tea session.
It's good stuff.
Oh, yes. I love the Republican cannibalism. Make sure you subscribe here and on wherever you listen to your podcast. And we will see you guys tomorrow with some more piping hot tea. It's so entertaining. Tap the vein. So